Yeah, how's it going today? It's 11th of April, Thursday, and we're gonna take a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find. In this video, let's take a look at industry. Ministerial celebrates multi-billion pound green tech fund milestone for UK's aerospace sector. Let's delve deeper into this article and trying to understand it. That would be industry minister. This name there celebrates 10th University of Aerospace Technology Institute ITA and landmark 3.6 billion funding milestone, right? In this article is something that we're going to be taking a look at, as well as I have recently had a conference call during which they have finance available, but that finance would be invitations only. So you need to be part of the club, right? To become or take part in this, become part of the club. You can, I think, you can reach out to this organization, and once you have reached out to it, they would more than likely would send you invitation. I hope. Let's delve deeper into this article while trying to understand this sector. Uh, Within this article, we're going to be taking a look at industry, and now let's keep name minister celebrates landmark 10-year university for joint governments industry fund aerospace technology institute ATA, right? Some of the obstacles that was set out by UK's government is sustainable fuel. I don't think UK as of now is producing it. Perhaps there are some projects who are looking to do that, but I don't think they are doing that. Even that currently UK is purchasing it. So perhaps that should be in some of the interest of developing some of the projects within even or solving this problem, right? And I think its overall strategy of this department, or at least it should, right, improve some of those areas. But either way, let's progress. Historical milestone covers 3.6 billion in funding to deliver a long-term plan to produce more than 400 cutting-edge aerospace RSD projects across UK in the past decade, supporting thousands of jobs. Right? If you would ask me, so let's take a look at stats. Right, in the past decade, so this is how much only they managed to accomplish with that finance. That's the numbers. Then that it doesn't align. So we're not looking for small companies. That number says everything, right? 3.6 billion. Do you know how many projects you can support with that amount of money? Or you can support perhaps 5 projects only. So once that's been said, we can progress. Aerospace industry leaders react 10 year of crucial programs, right? It's not necessarily limited to only this institution. It's across UK. It's ongoing thing. I don't know. It's just the sector. I don't know. I would like to make a case that when it comes to safety and our people not being placed in danger with some of the examples up there in the world, right? Perhaps there might be a reason why they're only supporting such a small number of projects only. Maybe because of the safety. But I don't know. That's a lot of money, and this market is performing very well, by the way. But only handful of projects being supported. I don't know. Maybe it's safety. Industry minister. So there's a name there. We'll celebrate multi-billion. Okay, okay. So there's a lot of money, a lot of capital, a lot of opportunities. Who are the companies who are dominating the market, right? Let's try to answer this question: why it's only a handful of companies who can do it. Perhaps some of the companies are building very unique parts, right? So perhaps we can take entire project, so that perhaps can be a frame, from frame perhaps fuel or energy source. There's one, two, perhaps a third one. It could be engines. So we have perhaps 3 companies. Right? So just so they say, right, then you have perhaps only 3 companies, and to do a project it could be very, very expensive. Here we go. Then numbers more or less would make sense, right? multi-billion pound funding milestone for cutting-edge green technologies in UK aerospace sector today. That's the 10th of April, so that's yesterday. The minister will join UK aerospace industry leaders at the event to mark the 10-year University of Aerospace Technology Institute, a joint government industry-funded organization that drives world-class research in sustainable aviation. He will join those businesses there, a range of other leaders to celebrate the success of ITA, making UK a world leader in cleaner or greener air travel, with 3.6 billion of government's industry funding being allocated to more than 400 different aerospace R&D projects across the breadth of the UK over the past decade, right? I would like to encourage industry, right? I like to encourage increasing perhaps number of projects that they're looking to support from 400, 4,000, so 10-fold increase, right? I highly recommend that. And then return on investment could be threefold or 30-fold even that. So we're driving economy, we're building new projects, we're building opportunities. But based on some of the books that I read, that the market currently has been operating or seen by just a handful of people. So just some of the books that I'm reading, right? This money has helped deliver the long-term charge of the country needs to deliver the brighter future for Britain and improve economic security and opportunities for everyone. That review could perhaps compare to the rest of the world and what are the companies and where those companies are located, right? These projects have pioneered the technology which will help develop a new generation of zero-emission aircraft, supporting thousands of high-skilled jobs across the country, as well as there might be some new projects, right, being announced with some of the partners across Europe and or wider Asian countries, so to say, right? Perhaps there might be some projects there as well. Over a decade ago, government joined together with industry throughout the Aerospace Growth Partnership to create ITA, responding to calls for UK to develop its own RSD programs to the aerospace sector. I don't know if they're performing very well. I don't know, but who knows, right? But people up there perhaps they're doing something right. It just recently, perhaps an hour ago, I had a conference call. During the conference call, there was a presentation and how entire process would be overseen, right? So there might be a lot of companies who all need to review a lot of documents, but they need to evaluate in monetary terms. So there's perhaps one company who would oversee how well your project might be performing, right? If that's a sound investment, right? From there would be another company who would overview from a safety standpoint of view, and there might be another company who will overview if it's sound project management of entire funds, right? Which is kind of interesting, I guess. Not necessarily all the projects have been overseen in that particular way, but some of those departments are. This has secured long-term planning and all funding sources throughout ATI programs, which the 3.6 billion of joint governments industry funding for transformative technologies projects in air transport so far. Furthering the aviation research agenda to try developing cleaner, greener air travel, in particular aim of the ATA. It set targets, right, and I think those set targets are until 2050 or so, right? Even to develop, let's take an example, right? To develop an engine. So they already existing business there. So can any other businesses do it? Who knows, right? Perhaps they should. But either way, success include over 400 cutting edge. Oh, okay. There might be some companies there. So they are saying they're saying that they have done a lot of things right, so it's kind of great, right? So let's if there's any pushback or feedback would be I was taking a look at previously potentially university university currently. There might be free universities who are looking at alternative ways of developing products or services to the market. So there are universities for people who need assistance or would like to take a look at some of the people offering those courses. Right. Once that's been said, we can take a look at some of the existing businesses, which perhaps will be overlapping interest, right? Offering solutions to the market. There's options there. And let's progress, right? Aerospace funding is a key priority for the government with 200 million of joint government and industry funding the dedication of the research and development projects announced in the recent spring budget. So it should. I have some pushback within regards to this, but I think so. They take a look at 200 million, right? So how many? Let's break down these numbers. How many companies they're looking to support? Small business, smaller players, right? So if you're looking to support 500 of those, or you're looking to, we already would exceed last 10 years if they would support 500 small businesses. We would. Might be able to offer a sizable improvement in the market just by doing that. But maybe it's not with the interest in supporting those, right? But I don't know. So perhaps that would be kinda looking from outside in, since while I'm poking fun or better processes, perhaps safety would be one of the highest one to mention when we take a look at aviation, right? And everything what might be flying over our heads, right? So there's something to it. If the government would support 500 businesses and they would potentially develop projects with the flying, right? Projectiles over our heads, right? So perhaps there's some safety measures that need to take into account. But other than that, there should be more opportunities. But I don't think that's a key interest of this fund. That's my feedback, right? Project announced in the recent spring budget, right? Supporting the development of energy efficient and zero carbon aircraft technology, right? That came after governments announced 975 million in funding over 5 years from 2025 for ATA program in 2023 or team statement. So they're looking to do it, right? And as I mentioned previously, that's invitations only, by the way. And if you're interested, perhaps you can reach out to this organization and they would send you an invitation. If this market has been regulated, it looks like this market is very heavily regulated, right? There's a lot of companies and a lot of announcements being made, right? Since I kind of understand the market, so I don't know if it's good if I would touch on the already existing businesses, but let's progress. The aerospace sector has dealt with multiple global challenges in the 10 years the ATA has been in existence, right? So 10 years. And in 10 years, only 400 projects, only. Okay? Such as supply chain shocks, unprecedented increase in passenger numbers, and global skills shortage. I don't necessarily agree with this part. How many labor force was fired recently? They fired 70% within places like France, Germany, UK, and the UK compared to other European countries that I have just mentioned, they had double amount of people working within the sector, double, and they fired massive amount, 70% or so. Perhaps numbers are off slightly depending on the roles and what they did within some of those projects, right? But that's skill shortage that we're referring to. I'm leaving a lot of information about some of the contracts that some of those markets heavily subsidized by taxpayers were partly funding other governments' initiatives across the globe. Once that been said, they had so much capital influx, so they had so much money coming in, by the way, this sector. But all this capital that was coming in was, again, in just a handful of people. Not necessarily in support of more businesses, more opportunities, quote unquote, highly paid jobs, right? Let's progress. The research and innovation inspired and brought into existence by the program has helped UK maintain its position as a world leader. I don't know how it was maintenance. It's been done, but either way, aerospace manufacturing, and as a result, cleaner, greener, global aviation. I don't know. So far, I have a lot of complaints, but that's not necessarily a reflection on the market. And myself, I do understand the risk when it comes to health and safety, right? And the need to have some measures, right? A lot of feedback could be offered people and or companies who are overseeing the market, including civil aviation authority. There's so much feedback because they offer so much feedback for days, right? As of now, I haven't done much with ITA, but let's see. But I already see a lot of horse when it comes to invitations. So let's just a lot of things, right? And track record. It's not necessarily limited just to this finances being made available and how many companies they're only supporting. But there's, if I can put it together a list of how many companies, not and or just limited people who are or companies within receiving finances. 400 in 10 years. What some of those companies are doing, I don't know if it's not obvious, right? But only thing I would like to offer some feedback on, right? It's great. Well, perhaps there's a reason why those companies are up there, perhaps. But it would be good if those companies not necessarily make it too difficult for other companies to enter the market. That's just a quick note, right? So those companies up there, perhaps just a handful of companies, uh, right? And just summarize today's video. It will be good if those companies won't get in the way of other companies entering the market. That's what this video is about. Thanks for watching. See you next one.